Hello, this is Gray Hughes. I am putting out this video because I think it's kind of urgent right now. I think everybody needs to quit accusing Monifah and Shemaiah, and mainly Monifah. It seems like right now, she's the one that seems to be the one under heavy attack, and she seems to be desperate right now. And you can actually hear it in her voice and in her writings. Right here, she's writing, "I wish I could just die." Then somebody said something to her, and she says, "I don't care." And then something like, "Hey, we'd miss you." And it says, "Nah, it ain't." Or, I don't know what they said, but she says, "Nah, it ain't. I just don't want to be here." Okay. And then she told someone else to leave her alone. I don't know who's ever posting this. Yeah, look at this comment here. "Yeah, I wish you could too." So she probably screenshotted Monifah and then posted that. I didn't put the person's name who said that because, it's just so disgusting. I can't even read the rest of what they wrote there. But can you imagine? I mean, I feel so horrible. They're so young, 18, 19 years old, and they have to deal with this. They've already, Monifah already lost her best friend. And what we have now are a bunch of people sitting behind a computer who are absolutely making their lives a living hell, okay? It's really what cyberbullying is, okay? Now, people say, "Oh, Gray, well, you call people names when you're in a group." Like I'll be in a Facebook group and we'll be in a heated discussion, and it's never in a vacuum, though. Somebody will say, the sun isn't going to come up tomorrow. And then I'll say, "Well, I disagree. I think it will." And then they'll say, "Oh, well, I have my opinion too. You're a bully." And then I'll say, "Oh, you're an idiot," So, yes, I've called people idiots. I've called people rodeo clowns. I've called people willfully ignorant. And I've seen all of that in these Facebook groups, especially this case. I've never seen anything crazier in my life than this case. I've never seen people so willing to believe the absurd. Okay, now listen, Monifah and Shemaiah and Bree, and I don't think anybody else at the party had anything to do with her death. Now, if you're going to say if somebody gave her a drug, sure, all that, but nobody put her in that freezer, okay? Nobody from the party. Now, if there's some missing footage out there, it might tell a different story about maybe somebody at the hotel, okay? But there's definitely Monifah and Shemaiah have absolutely nothing to do with it. And as you can see, I think Monifah is a little bit desperate right now, okay? And, just listen to this.
Leave me alone. Ain't trying to hear none of that. Like, y'all stay playing with me. Every time I say something, y'all want to stay throw this Kenneka stuff in my face. Stop that. That's irritating. And I'm telling, this goes for everybody who play with me. Leave me alone.
Okay, can you hear that? She sounded like she wanted to cry right there. She is, she's getting to that point, okay? And we could have another tragedy on our hands here if we don't stop the garbage, okay? Quit what you're doing. Why don't you go out and support her? I know none of you out there that have invested so much of your time in hating these people will be able to do it. But for some of you out there on the fence, just make a C-turn right now and completely start helping her and having her back, okay? This is absolutely disgusting what's going on right now. Listen, I've made 3 or 4 videos out there that have defended them and showed that they really were looking all over the hotel, okay? They looked all over the hotel for over an hour and 15 minutes. Okay, maybe even longer because they showed up in the lobby at around 3:55, right? But they were already walking on the guest floors looking for Kenneka. Okay, they were looking all over for her. All right, then they finally made it down to the lobby, and then they started looking on the lower levels. They looked everywhere, okay? Now, I don't know why people can't actually see that. It's so obvious, right? And, you know, I made a video that showed that they weren't carrying Kenneka. They weren't carrying her body anywhere. All right? That's insane. Even that one friend that you said, oh, he look at that guy, he took the cell phone off the counter. He didn't do that either. Okay? These people didn't do a damn thing. It's just a terrible tragedy. They left her in the hall right next to the elevator. That's right where that room number is. And Kenneka, the elevator opened up. She got on, hit LL instead of L, and went all the way down to the lower level. Okay? That's called the pass elevator. Then she walked all the way down some halls, stumbling around. She had no clue what she was doing. She didn't even see a stair rail that she fell over. She went into the men's bathroom. Okay? She had no clue what she was doing. She was walking, and then she went up some stairs. Yes, people can go upstairs drunk. They do it all the time. Okay? Even intoxicated. You know, the state she was in, people do make it upstairs. They do that. Okay? So, listen. Monifah had absolutely nothing to do with it. All right? I actually wish I could talk to her and just encourage her and get some support. But, I don't think that I'll be one of those people that are fortunate enough to get to be able to help like that. Okay? I think that would actually make people not like her even more, because so many people dislike me because I've been putting out factual videos that just don't happen to support the narrative that you wish I would. Now, occasionally I do find some anomalous stuff that I report on and that kind of thing, but the overall feeling that I still have after all of that is that it's an accident. Okay? That's what I believe. All right, now listen to what Teresa said here.
And for the record, no, didn't nobody do nothing to her, y'all. Didn't nobody do nothing to her. Ain't nobody do nothing to her. She was left at the party, but didn't nobody set her up or nothing. She was found at this hotel right here in a freezer. My baby dead. Thank y'all once again. I love y'all. Peace.
Yeah, you see that? So she said nobody did nothing to her. All right? Now, I don't know if since then she's been, suckered in by so many of these sort of swindler conspiracy theory types, that are, selling the nonsense about, it wasn't really Kenneka. Now, that person, Teresa doesn't believe because, she knows that it was her daughter that died. Okay? She knows it. So look at, you have all these people out there that believe that, believe in the conspiracies. And I think Teresa's starting to believe in some of the conspiracies out there. I've seen her like some videos that are, it's kind of shocking that she would like those videos. And I'm a little bit perplexed at why she hasn't come forward to help out Kenneka's friends a little bit more. I haven't seen anything out there where she says, leave Monifah and them alone. That might have an effect on some people, but I haven't seen that at all. Okay, so these girls are sort of left to fend for themselves, and they seem like they're pretty tough kids, but I don't know. Just listening to the way Monifah sounded right there, it doesn't sound good. And if anything happens to them, it's going to be all on you. And maybe some of you think, good. Just like that one, listen to this one. Yeah, I wish you could too. Yeah, that person would be happy, right? They would be absolutely thrilled if Monifah did something to herself. Okay? So let's just get some people and let's start supporting them. Make some videos supporting Monifah and Shemaya, and Bree seems to have escaped any sort of public ridicule, which is great. And Shemaya seems to have faded away, but now everyone's focused in on Monifah, and quit doing it. Listen to what she said again, all right?
Leave me alone. Ain't trying to hear none of that. Like, y'all stay playing with me. Every time I say something, y'all want to stay throw this Kenneka stuff in my face. Stop that. That's irritating. And I'm telling you, this goes for everybody who play with me. Leave me alone.
Leave her alone.